morning class. So today we are going to begin with our next chapter in unit 3, that is 3.2, reading works of art. Now art here means children, we are going to talk about various type of art that we know. Especially here we will be talking about the painting, one of the famous Indian painters known as Syed Haider Raza. So let's go through the lesson and see what it tells about him. Syed Haider Raza, popularly known as Raza, was a renowned Indian artist. Renowned means very famous, children. Okay, simple geometric shapes, striking color combination, captivating compositions. These are some of the characteristic features of his paintings. And so are the colors blue and orange. You will find them in almost all his paintings. None of his paintings depict lifelike human figures or copies of scenes from the environment. Now this means children, they are giving us a speciality about his art, what type of art he used to practice. Okay, definitely he loved doing painting, but his painting was a bit different than what other painters followed. Okay, he used to generally draw simple geometric shapes. You can see the look in the picture given here, children. Geometric designs using geometrical shapes. He puts up he comes up with a design. He uses striking color combinations and captivating compositions. Okay, what he would build out of that shapes using the combination of shapes was really eye-catching. These are some of the characteristic features of his paintings. Now this can be an answer to the question, children, what is the speciality or peculiarity about his painting? So that is the characteristic feature of his painting is that he would use captivating compositions. And so are the colors, and especially here it is referred to the colors that he used to choose, and they were the blue and orange, children. Okay, so that's what we see, maximum use of color is blue and orange. Further, he says, his paintings belong to abstract style of painting, such paintings are not inspired by an external factor. They originate when the artist tries to peep into his own inner mind. They are made by arranging circles, triangles, squares, rectangles, lines, dots in different compositions, using effective technique of applying paint. Attractive color combinations, achieving balance in some places and creating imbalance in some other places. Okay, so that means his abstract style of painting he used to have. Otherwise, see, the drawing that you learn in school, we have an object kept in front of us, we look at it and we try to put it down on pen and paper, right? But here he says he never has anything such already present. So he creates this in his mind. Okay, so his painting is the result of his creative mind, children. So this was something special about his painting. So we'll wait here for a minute and continue after a short break. Okay class, let's continue and get some more information about paintings done by Haider Raza. Okay, Raza found his painting through his study of Indian art and its heritage. Matlab, what was the theme of his painting, right? What would the basic idea be? So he got those ideas from the study of Indian art and its heritage, cultural context and philosophy. So he kept all those things in mind whenever he used to think of painting out something. He would keep in mind the Indian art, the culture, the heritage and the cultural philosophy. His pictures seem to radiate peace, okay, and life at the same time. Okay, peace and life, right? Now this is a very beautiful combination, children. Life which is very, very peaceful, like that is depicted through his paintings. So you can imagine the level of imagination that he must be practicing when he would come up with any idea of putting it into the painting. We realize that the painting is a visible form of very deep thought. Now this is what we mean by the abstract type of painting he used to have. Abstract means something which is not visible or which is not in the physical form, right? So he says once we go through the picture now, if we have a look at his paintings, we realize that the painting is a visible form of very, very deep thought. In other words, it means before putting up into creating any design using geometrical shapes though, he would have a very deep thinking about them. And that thinking is put up on the piece of paper and it comes out in the form of a painting. Very few abstract paintings communicate with the viewers as much as Raza's do. Communicate. Painting is something which tells us a lot, children. Okay, but we need to have that type of thinking, that mind to understand what the painting is telling. Many paintings, they do carry a message. They have a message, they tell a tale. They may tell a tale, okay. So similar thing is with the paintings done by Raza. Okay, so he says very few abstract paintings communicate with the viewers as much as Raza's do. Raza was born in a small village in Madhya Pradesh. He began to paint from the age of 12. He studied art at Chitrakala Mahavidyalaya at Nagpur and then at JJ School of Art in Mumbai. Later, he went to France to study art. After a few years, he decided to settle in France. His wife was French. He won many national and international awards. This is a life story about Raza, right? Born in a small village in Meghalaya, Madhya Pradesh. Okay, Indian painter, right? So he was born in Madhya Pradesh. He began to paint from the age of 12, like when he was very young at a child. Okay, means he was very in early years of his school. He started practicing at the age of 12. He studied art at Chitrakala Mahavidyalaya, Nagpur. That is where he got his basic education about art. And then when he further wanted to increase or get a degrees in his art, so he took that education from JJ School of Art in Mumbai. And later he went to France to study art. Few years he decided to settle in France and he married a French lady. Okay, so his wife was French and he also won many national and international awards. So this is something about Raza. Children will wait here and learn more about him after a short break. Yes, children, we just saw that what type of life in brief we have just seen what type of life, where he started, where he began, and how he completed his education in art. And we also learned that he was given many awards. Let us go through the lesson further and see the awards won by him. He was honored with all the three Padma awards. Indian awards, like very you can say high award given, which is given to the civilian, okay, Indian people or the citizens of India. That is the Padma Shri, Padma Bhushan and Padma Vibhushan. He has been given all these three awards for his work of art. With all the awards and honors, his paintings were exploring a spiritual, metaphysical path. Gradually, the bindu, or a point, came to be the core of his paintings. He described his work in these words: "My work is my own inner experience and involvement with the mysteries of nature and form, which is expressed in color, line, space, and light." Now, whenever a question is put up on him, like where does he get that inspiration from, or what is his idea, where does he get an idea to put up design and all, so he would answer. If anyone puts him to the question, like from where he gets an idea for putting such beautiful paintings, so he would say, he described his work. He says, "My work is my own inner experience." Right? Within, we need to, as we practice the meditation, children, we learn to look within. Na? So he says, "My work is my own inner experience and involvement with the mysteries of nature, whatever is evolving in the nature, and form, which is expressed in color, line, space, and light." So he says, "I have used this medium to express my inner feelings." Sometimes an artist's thoughts appear to be too complex or even complicated when they are expressed through words. For him, the effective medium of communication of his work, his painting. Raza had great creativity. All his paintings are very expressive. This great artist passed away on 23rd July 2016 at the age of 94, leaving behind a legacy of sensitive paintings, achieved through extraordinary compositions of lines and colors that depict extraordinary compositions. Okay, so he says, like, verbally when we communicate something, children, we get an experience that in spite of telling very clearly, we sometimes get confused, or we are not very clear about what we have heard. So that is what he says, ki thoughts appear to be too complex or even complicated when they are expressed through words, like when we talk out and say. And for him, he says, the effective medium of communication is his work. Okay, so he feels that is the best form of expression. Raza has great creativity. His paintings are very expressive, and this great artist passed away on which date? 23rd July 2016 at the age of 94. So that is all with this lesson, children. Okay, we'll meet after a short break. Thank you. Yes, good morning, children. So today we are going to continue with our chapter, Reading Works of Art. Today we are going to do another part, that is part 2, Gond Art. Here we are going to learn about another art which is called as Gond Art. Let's read the lesson and see what information we can draw about it. Gond art is a tribal art. It has been developed and preserved by the Gond tribal people residing largely in Madhya Pradesh, Maharashtra, Telangana, Andhra Pradesh, and Odisha states of India. From their traditional tales and mythology, we learn that they have lived in India for thousands of years, even before other inhabitants came here. The Gondi language is similar to Telugu, a Dravidian language. Okay, so this art is popularly practiced by the tribal people, and this tribal people of belonging to this community have been found to be largely residing in Madhya Pradesh, Maharashtra, Telangana, Andhra Pradesh, Odisha. So these are the states where you can find this practice of art, because it has been practiced by the tribal people who were residing in these states of India. They say from their traditional tales and mythology, we learn that they have lived in India for thousands of years, even before other inhabitants came over here. And the language which they use in their daily life is a Gondi language, which is similar to a Telugu, which is a Dravidian language, children. Gond art has spread mainly in central India. Originally, people used to draw pictures on earthen walls of their houses. Most folk arts involve natural techniques of preparing colors and use of several mediums. They are transferred from generation to generation in a smoothly flowing process. Gond art is no exception to this. A house decorated with beautiful pictures creates a pleasant atmosphere. Also, art is a medium of recording and preserving what is seen. So here we learn that it is an art which is mostly found in central part of India, right? Now people used to practice this art by putting it down on the walls of their houses. Now we also love to decorate a house, children, but in those days there was no concept of getting the house painted or something, like interior decoration concepts were not there. So how people used to beautify the houses? By using this art. They would draw it on the walls of the houses, okay? And the special technique they use of preparing colors, and they also use various mediums for that. Now they are transferred from generation to generation. This is some speciality, it's a talent, right? Okay, it's a passed down from a parent to the child, and then they again to their children, okay? So this is passed on from generation to generation in a smoothly flowing process. Gond art is no exception. A house decorated with a beautiful picture creates a pleasant atmosphere, and they also believe that art is a medium of recording and preserving what is seen. Okay, children, we'll wait here for a break of a minute and we'll continue after a short break. Yes, class, let's continue with our chapter and get some more information about folk art, which is called as a Gond art. Now, in folk art, you yourself prepare the canvas, the surface on which to draw, and colors with which you draw. That is why creating folk art is a very enriching experience. This richness is reflected in the choice of their medium. In the days of past, several things in nature, such as soils of different shades, the juice of plants, leaves, tree bark, flowers, fruits, and even things like coal and cow dung, were used to prepare colors. Now they're talking here about the folk art, children. Gond art is a folk art because it is practiced by a particular community of the tribal people. Okay, so it's a folk art. Now they say, you yourself prepare the canvas. Now what is a canvas? It is a surface on which to draw, right? Where you're going to put your drawing, and the colors with which you are going to draw. Like this is a specialty of this Gond art, like the color combinations. That's what we are going to see here. So that is why they say creating folk art is a very enriching experience. Now this richness is reflected in the choice of the medium. In the days of past, several things in nature, such as soil of different shades, the juice of plants, leaves, tree bark, flowers, fruits, and even things like coal and cow dung, were used to prepare colors. Now these were the things, see what they used to prepare the colors, like everything in nature, available in nature, nothing artificial. That was use of plants, soil of different shades, leaves, tree bark, and different colors are there of the flowers. So that way even they use the flowers and fruits and everything, like coal also. Even coal and cow dung were used as colors, children. Further they say, the different colors, various textures and patterns were used year after year, lending a simplicity to the art. Like absolutely simple form they have made this art. When we see these pictures, we realize that a picture drawn this way or other can look equally beautiful. What a deep thought this art conveys, and so easily. So you can have a look, see how it is portrayed, like using just like black and white color or just the shading, and then by using some colors. Means absolutely very, very simple, children. Okay, but still we see that it's an art, so it's simply also it looks very beautiful. More the simpler and more the beautiful. The child is portraying both type of painting you can see, like just put up with the shades and by using the colors also. But both have their both are equally attractive, children. Okay, so here again we wait for a minute, children, and we'll continue after a short break. Yes, children, let's proceed further and get some more information about Gond style of art. Now, in the Gond style of art, we see the outlines may vary a little from artist to artist. Have a look at the on the screen and see the pictures. Okay, from artist to artist, they may prefer to do it in a different manner. Okay, but designs that fill it make the whole picture look lively and attractive. Means after filling in the colors, the outline may not appear to be very beautiful or very attractive, but once the colors have been filled into it, it makes the picture very lively and attractive. The designs include simple textures achieved using dots, straight lines, dotted lines, curvy shapes and circles. Special attention is given to the choice of various colors so that total effect is amazing and beautiful. You can have a look at the color combination, children. There are two different type of pictures. You can see the use of curvy lines, the dots, like, okay. Now, most probably the curvy shapes have been used, circles. Somewhere here and there are lines, but then dotted lines are there. Okay, so they make use of all these things to draw their art. Okay, and they say special attention is given to the choice of colors. That is the, you can say, the life of their picture or the painting. Okay, so that the total effect is amazing and beautiful. In today's age of commercialization, many men have taken up Gond art. But the roots of folk art probably lie in women's daily chaos, like cleaning and decorating the house, dealing with natural colors in the course of cooking, and in their leisure time activities. Okay, in the age of commercialization, today everything has been commercialized. That means if people are taking up this as a profession, that is also because of the reason of commercialization, children. But they say, but the root of folk art, from where it generated, the origin, okay, lie in women's daily chaos, like cleaning and decorating the house, dealing with the natural colors in the course of cooking, and in their leisure time activities. This is projected in their painting. So that is the life of their painting, children. Okay, so that was all about the art, children. Hope you all have understood well. Thank you.